Hello everyone, I'm your host Lokendra Kumar, and today we will be knowing about the prokaryotic cell. In this video, we're going to know about bacteria. So you can see the slide on your computer screen. I'm going to design all these structures in front of you. We will be discussing what is the significance of the prokaryotic cell, of the prokaryotic organisms as far as our home is concerned, as far as our body and the food is concerned. So in this video, we'll also know why prokaryotic organisms, they are important. After that, we'll try to understand the basic structure of the prokaryotic organisms, especially a gram-negative bacteria. So let's start the video and try to understand the prokaryotic cell as well as the bacterial cell in detail. All right, so as you know, we'll start with the video by writing the title of the video, that is prokaryotic cell. We have had discussion on this particular topic. I have made so many videos on prokaryotic cell. I have discussed the functions, but here I want to discuss this particular aspects in more detail, more basic aspects of prokaryotic organisms. So consider this is our house. So we have house, we live inside the house. And inside that house, we are surrounded by numerous organisms, numerous bacterial genuses and diversified species. They are everywhere. And these microbes, they can be bacteria, they can be other organisms, especially bacteria are there because bacteria can divide very, very quickly. But in moist condition, you will see fungus also, right? So we are surrounded by microbes. Next, consider this is our body. It doesn't look like a body, but please consider it. Inside our body and outside our body, we have a lot of organisms. We are basically surrounded, and we also have organisms inside our body. They are present on the surface. Next, if we consider about the food that we eat, our food is also contaminated with a lot of different microorganisms. If we consider the curd or yogurt, that is basically being converted from the milk by the action of microbes. So basically we are eating a lot of microbes, and they are also our food source. So we are surrounded by a lot of microbes. That's why they are important. They are medically important, they are environmentally important, they are commercially important. Microbiology is one of the important subjects, especially when we talk about infections, when we talk about our health. Next, what is the structure of these microorganisms? If we use magnification tools such as microscopes, we should be able to see structures like this. They are fascinating organisms. What these organisms they have is basically different structures. For example, the first structure that I've drawn here is the fimbriae. Fimbriae, these are hair-like structures that are present on the surface of the bacteria. They help in the attachment with another bacterial cell. They help in the attachment with the surface. They can have many roles. They are important for various functions. Next is the cell wall. Bacteria needs protection. That's why it has a thick cell wall, and gram-negative bacteria usually have different type of cell wall. Gram-positive will have different type, but the main difference is in their peptidoglycan layer. So they can have different types of cell wall. Next is the membrane. Membrane is present in all the living cells, whether it's a prokaryotic or whether it's a eukaryotic. And next, in the red color, you're seeing the nucleoid. DNA should be there, right? DNA is basically the information storing unit of the organisms, of the cells. So DNA is there, but it's not in a defined compartment. So we don't call it as a nucleus, but we call it as a nucleoid. Now you see these green pinpoint structures. They are numerous. They are present in the cytoplasm, and that space where they are present is the cytoplasm of the bacteria. And these green structures, they are ribosomes. Next, this long tail-like structure is the flagellum. Flagellum is only present in case of the motile organisms, motile bacteria. It's not present in case of the non-motile organisms. And as you can see, the role of this particular long tail structure is to provide the motility for the bacteria. So now, I hope that you understood what is the prokaryotic cell, why prokaryotic organisms they are important, why in general microbes are important. If we talk about our house, if we talk about our environment, I haven't discussed the other things. There are a lot of toxic pollutants in our environment, and microbes, they are fighting against those toxic molecules because they have to survive. And suddenly we just pollute everything, and then microbes, they have to consume, or otherwise they will die. In that process, you can find new microorganisms that can degrade toxic material. So basically, these are important for us, not only for our health but environmental purposes also. If you consider food also is important for our body, and microbes are there. So microbes are everywhere. Microbiology is everywhere. Especially we learned a lot from our previous encounter with the viruses, right? So microbiology is important. We need to understand how microbes work. They can be important for our health. They can be causing infections. They can be also benefit our body from the prospect of probiotics, like we use yogurt, that's good for our body. So there can be different types of organisms. So we need to understand, we need not to get too afraid from these organisms. They are also our friend, and many of the microorganisms, they are also our enemies, because they have developed the strategies. They can use our body as a food source, and once they start to use our body as a food source, they are pathogens. That's the definition of the pathogen. Bacteria is not trying to basically have any grudge against you or trying to kill you. It's just the surviving strategy of the organism. And if you are giving the bacteria an opportunity, bacteria will take that opportunity very, very seriously. So you have to consider this, that you need to know from where you can get the bad organisms, from where you can get the good organisms, and what are the different signs and symptoms that are associated with the microbial infections. And you should not be afraid of all the microbes. They can be your friends also. They are not always your enemies. So I hope that this video is going to help you to understand prokaryotic cell better, microbiology in general better, and also the role of microorganisms in our daily life. So we'll meet in the next video where we'll try to discuss more about the cell biology in general, and also specifically consider important topics of cell biology. Till then, take care.